Hi everyone, it's Avocado here. Today's a very strange setup. You're probably wondering why there's Dress to Impress playing, and you're probably wondering why I'm talking about it. Today we're gonna do something very different from what I usually do. We're gonna do a Reddit "Am I the A-hole" thing. Because I've seen other YouTubers do it with Minecraft things, and I know holy attention span, hello. But I'm actually curious to see if this helps you guys and if it helps random people watching. We're just gonna scroll through it. So maybe you've seen these before, maybe you haven't, but I'm just gonna read them out. Background noise, maybe you actually want to listen, but we're gonna go ahead and do it. Let's start. Am I the a-hole for refusing to swap my concert tickets with my friend after she missed out on buying them? I, 25F, have been a huge fan of popular brand for years, and their concerts sell out fast. When tickets for their upcoming show went on sale, I set an alarm, joined the online queue, and managed to snag 2 great seats in the orchestra section after an hour of stress. My friend Sarah, 26F, know I was getting tickets and said she'd try too, but she didn't act fast enough and missed out. A few days ago, Sarah texted me, super upset, saying she really wanted to go, but could only find nosebleed seats on a resale site for triple the price. She asked if I'd swap one of my tickets for hers, so she could have a better view, offering to pay me the difference in original ticket price. I was hesitant because I'd planned to go with my brother, who's also a huge fan, and help me cover the cost. Plus, I spent a lot of time and effort getting these seats. I told Sarah I'd think about it, but the more I did, the less fair it seemed. She had the same chance to buy tickets but didn't prioritize it, and now I'd be giving up a great seat I worked hard for. I suggested she could still go with her nosebleed ticket and we could meet up below or after to hang out. She got really mad, saying I was being selfish and that friends help each other out. She pointed out that she's done me favors, like driving me to the airport once last year, and said I was prioritizing a better view over our friendship. I feel bad because Sarah's clearly disappointed, and I don't want to seem like I'm rubbing it in. But I don't think it's fair that I should give up my ticket just because she didn't plan ahead. I worked hard for these seats, and my brother that's been looking forward for this for months. Am I the a-hole for refusing to swap tickets with her? Okay, that was the first one. Let's move on to the next. Am I the a-hole for not agreeing to send gift money to my husband's niece wedding? I, 35F, and my husband, 33M, are married. He has 3 sisters and 3 brothers. We live in the USA, but both from a country in Europe. His family always consider us as rich because my family is a bit wealthier compared to his, not significantly on paper, and likes sharing gifts. A small background, since we got married, his family almost didn't get us anything, including the wedding gift, but expected from us. The reasoning is that we have the ability to buy those since we live in the USA. Well, I disagree, because we are barely getting anything by financially since we are paying student debts moved to another state. My husband was unemployed for a few months, and his business got some problems which created extra financial stress. On top of that, we had a newborn. They did not send anything as a gift for our newborn, not a single item, and that what's worse is they didn't even bother to check. Besides these, my personal feeling is that if someone cannot bother doing something nice for me, then I don't want to go above and beyond for them. But at the end, we ended up sending gifts or doing favors for his family with nothing in return. Anyway, my husband's niece, the older sister's daughter, is getting married in 2 weeks, and today I saw my husband was texting with his youngest sister about asking for some bank info. When I asked him why, he said it was to send money for his niece's wedding. I was taken aback and snapped that they didn't even send something for our little baby, and we agreed on how bad this was. He said he doesn't care what they do. It was his responsibility for his niece. I didn't make a big deal at the moment since my mom was in the room and I didn't want her to hear our conversation. Now I feel betrayed. The reasons are: first, he never asked for my permission since we always take financial decisions together even though it's not a big amount. Second, we both agreed how hurt we were when they didn't send us an even small gift for our baby. Considering that not only my close relatives but also distant relatives send us many gifts. Not all of them were expensive stuff. I am not asking something pricey at all. Something heartfelt like a small toy or a nice clothes would do it for me. We didn't have a conversation yet, but would I be the a-hole if I tell him I don't agree with him for sending money for his niece's wedding gift after we didn't get anything for our wedding and baby? Edit. I want to provide a few things. First, I am not a native in English, so I may use some words in a different meaning. Second, by gift giving, I mean it's in our culture. If there is a big life event, such as a wedding or having a baby, we are expected to gift in terms of money. And culturally, it's transactional. For example, if my cousin gets married, my parents and I need to gift some money. Let's say $100. Then, if I get married, my aunt and cousin needs to give something with the same value. His siblings, except 2 of them, did not gift anything for our wedding. They also didn't buy us small gifts such as a blanket or some household items. But after the wedding, we sent them many things for our kids themselves. When our baby arrived, they didn't even bother sending a $10 toy or clothing item. Those are the things I would expect at bare minimum to think that they cared about us. I am not behind huge amounts of money. One of his siblings, youngest sister, she doesn't have means to give them even small gifts, but I always make sure she gets something because she shows she cares about us by constantly calling or sending homemade items. My main argument was that why we would go above and beyond while they don't show us they care about us. Just wanted to update. Also, yes, my husband is entitled to his own beliefs and feelings, but taking an action without a discussion was why I got mad. We both agreed that we would stop providing for them because we don't get anything in return emotionally. I don't want a relationship with anyone that I am the only giver. Anyways, that's all for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed because this is something new and I don't usually do it. So comment down below if you really like these videos. Anyways, I'll catch you later. Goodbye.